It is said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Penn State Nittany Lions, Beaver Stadium in State College, Pennsylvania. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Tennessee Volunteers, taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Volunteers' long wait is coming to an end as they'll put a foot to it and the season will get underway. He'll start the return inside his 5. And he won't quite make it back to the 20-yard line as he goes out of bounds at the 19. Running backs on either side of the quarterback. Grab behind the line. It's ball. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. Guys, let's think big picture for a minute and talk about Penn State. They start the season in the top 10. Ideal position to make a run. But what do they need to avoid?
Well, I think you avoid the talks about me and where we're at, because that doesn't matter. This team's got a lot to prove. It's a very talented team.
Oh, he's got some space. Oh, what a cut. A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
And the Nittany Lions come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Fires to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to pass. Got a man inside him. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Let's take just a second and talk about Penn State. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit their system.
Touchdown, Penn State! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. They're on the board first here in the season opener. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0.
quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, Dave. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. To throw, it's Ncaa. Looking to the big tight end. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Fires to the big fella. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
And the defense got him at the 27.
And that was a big objective for this defense coming into the game. Talking to coaches, we want to keep him in the pocket. We don't want him to use his wheels. He's fast, he's elusive, can make big plays. Nice job by the defense keeping him in the pocket and getting the sack.
Get it out on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
The decibel meter's about to explode. One of the great environments, wide-out level noise. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
And that's the problem as an offense, man. You get in these third and forever situations, and now the defense drops back, and they take away all the deep stuff, and you're trying to find some space, but it's just so hard to try to convert those third and longs.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. That's caught. It's Saunders. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Gives it on the option. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll move the tight end. They'll run play action. Finds his man. It's Saunders. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Might be calling a hot route. The give on the option. Tough run gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Nittany Lions with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Gonna swing it on second down. Catch in the middle. It's Saunders. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So that penalty is going to cost them the first down as they back up, and now it's second down. Now on second down. Motion from the back. Back to pass on second down. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. They're setting up the screen. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. And they'll kick it from the left side, a 44-yard try. Just drives it between the uprights. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Starts from their own 25-yard line. Hand off from the gun. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Gonna run it. It's Hardy. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1.
And man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Supposed to be relaxing. This is deafening on 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Ncaa. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
You talked to the coaches coming into this one. They know field position was going to be a huge factor for them winning this one. They had a really nice punt earlier in this game. Great job getting down and covering it. Won't surprise me if they decide to play it safe again here on 4th.
And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. They'll run it from the gun. Got a little space. That gives him 54 yards on the ground in this first quarter. That is a terrific start. He might want another play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Keeps looking downfield. Intercepted. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. So after the break, they'll go back to work. to throw on first down. Got him downfield. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Didn't take him long to get into the goal-to-go package. Here they are on first down. Looking downfield, it's Ncaa. Touchdown, Tennessee! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And this QB's starting to do some work, man. The big explosive play in the passing game. You get inside the 10, you're thinking run. Everybody thinking run. You back it up with another pass, another great throw, and quickly this offense gets right to the end zone.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He had a vision of getting loose, but he'll go out of bounds at the 18. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. Looking downfield on first down. Got it set up on the outside. No sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
Man, on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
Off play action. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
Well, that ball landed incomplete. You saw the quarterback's speed, and you saw how big of an asset that is for this offense. There was a good pass rush, but he was easily able to avoid the defenders and at least give himself an opportunity to complete that throw.
They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
You wonder about that play call on 3rd and long, maybe just trying to get themselves a little bit more real estate, but it didn't fool the defense. They create another negative play now deep in the opponent's territory. The defense has just been dominant on this drive.
Touchdown time in Tennessee. They put it in the end zone the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to really take control of this game.
You can feel the momentum shifting. And if they were able to take the football here, drive it down the field, and score again, David, they would have all of that momentum on their side.
And there's nothing about momentum that you can quantify. Like, I don't understand it, but once it gets going in one direction, a lot of times it's so hard to swing it back.
Turning it on! Still on his feet. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
Well, you can see why Rocky Top is so excited about this guy. He's a home run waiting to happen. Not only can he run you over, but he can run around you, too. This is an offense that doesn't only have to throw the football to win games. They can run it, and they can get explosive plays because of this guy's speed and skill set.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
The play action fake. On the run, fires downfield. On target to the left. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. And the Vols have it with a 1st and goal. Wide receiver going in motion. On the ground. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Now on the move. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The ball's in the hurry up. A run for the quarterback. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Vols!
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On designed runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. On the ground, it's White. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Quarterback making checks. To the air on 2nd down. Fires to the right. All kinds of room to throw that one in there.
When you're going to run a comeback route, you've got to sell like you're going deep, and that was a great job there by the receiver, really making that corner think he was running deep down the field. So he got the corner to turn his hips, turn his shoulders, and then the receiver was able to just pivot around and make it an easy pass and catch.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a 1st down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
Well, you can see why this team thinks this kid has a real bright future. It's amazing. He's only a true freshman. He's not built like one, though, and you saw it on that last play. Trust me, that is the first of many sacks in this kid's collegiate career.
The Nittany Lions with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to go up top. Scrambling away. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
You don't get a lot of chances like that in games, guys. Take shots downfield, and when you get open, you got to finish the play, and the wideout's going to wish he had that one back.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Makes the grab. It's Ivy. He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going.
Hey, 4th and short, it's time to be physical. You give it to your running back. You can see he gets physical, gets downhill, gets the 1st down.
The Nittany Lions getting set on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Caught in the backfield, it's Smith. There he goes! He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got it in the middle, it's Ivy.
It's really nice when you're an offensive coach and you can basically attack the whole field. When you got an arm like this and you can just, boom, put it on a line, it's really nice to have that.
And the Nittany Lions in a good spot here with 2nd and short. From the gun to give, looking for room. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. Excellent pass by the back on the option.
And they pound the rock. The run game comes through late in the 1st half when you needed it. Now they take the lead. They take the momentum. That's how you end the 1st half.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Wake Forest is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage to this point, but look at that score. This is a close game. They're up by 4 over Akron. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the 1st half. Looking to throw, it's Wimsatt. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Makes a grab on the shot.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Pocket breaking down. They get him down after the scramble, but he's able to pick up a few and turn it into a positive play. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Hits him in stride inside the 10. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Volunteers!
And that's a great job by this offense. That's how you work the clock. You want to take as much as you can and punch that ball in the end zone. Masterful clock management, and they now take the lead going into the half.
And you just got to wonder, too, David, how does that affect the confidence of a defense, right? They needed to find some way, somehow, to get a stop, limit the damage on that final drive. They give up a touchdown. They're going into halftime now, trailing. They've got to raise their level of play in the 2nd half.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. The give from the gun. And he's able to get some positive yardage before he's brought down, and that'll bring us to halftime. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Nittany Lions will kick it away to start the 2nd half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So here is the Tennessee offense. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be third down.
Oh, he just misses on the big downfield shot. And I think some people think that's a difficult throw to make, but I'll tell you what, a lot of times you put a little air underneath it, and you just trust your guy more than you trust the DB, but it's hard to do when you overshoot your wide receiver.
Here comes the noise from this big crowd in Happy Valley on third down. Back to throw, it's Ncaa. Buys a little time. Unleashes one. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they hoped for. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
It's really hard when that quarterback gets outside the pocket because it cuts off half the field. Once he starts to roll out, everybody starts to sprint to the other side of the field. You know you're not going to throw it across your body going to the right. Great job by the defense closing it off and making the interception.
Fires downfield. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Taking it the other way. The 40. The 20. 10. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Tennessee. What about the speed from that defender on the return?
He's showing you, Reese, like, listen, it's not just wide receivers that can do that. I can take this thing to the house. I got some moves. Watch this. Unbelievable job flipping the field. Offense about to score. Defense makes the huge plays and gets points out of it.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Wallace. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Going back to work on offense now. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Second down coming up. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Got the first down and more. Stopped at the 41-yard line after the 5-yard gain.
I'll tell you, this running back, he's running behind an offensive line that is playing in unison right now, doing a great job communicating pre-snap. They're getting hats on hats in the run game.
To the air on first down. Gonna take a shot. Got it in stride inside the 20. Touchdown, Penn State. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him, and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
A little too anxious to get started on the outside, and that's a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They're going to go ahead and go for two here and try to make it a field goal game. Off the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab for the two-point conversion as they cut further into that lead. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they cap things off with a touchdown pass from 59 yards out. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. That lead has dwindled down to 3 now to see if they have a response. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Tennessee.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Ncaa. Fires to the wideout. Complete downfield. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Gonna run it. It's Hardy. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Trying play action. Looking for an open area to his left. He's going to fire deep. Got it inside the 10. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6.
Well, it's a second catch on the drive, and that's obviously a massive play for this offense. And he's starting to prove to his quarterback here that he's winning his one-on-ones, and he deserves some more looks.
And the Volunteers trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Floating away. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them.
And I really like that decision by this quarterback. Listen, you've got a lot of downs here. It's 1st and goal. You're in scoring position. If you don't feel comfortable, throw that ball away. Live to fight another down.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? They'll move the wide receiver. Back to pass, it's Ncaa. Now improvising. Lets it fly. Touchdown Vols! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. He has been surgical. Precision passes. Using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
The defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
No reason to risk trying. That one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. State sends the offense back onto the field. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time.
Breaks into the open. Give him 105 yards on the ground, and with that run, he eclipses the 100-yard mark in this season opener.
Listen, his team's obviously down in this game, but it's not his fault. I mean, this guy showed up to play. He's been churning out big play after big play. Already over 100 yards rushing in this game. He's carrying his weight. He needs his buddies around him now to pick up the slack a little bit and help get this team back in the game.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Grabbed in the middle. It's Smith. And he's brought down after a nice gain. There's no need to panic or anything, but this would be a really opportune time to put something together and try to take control of this game.
And sometimes you just come out as the favorite, and you're a little bit flat, and you expect to win. And sometimes that leads to slow starts, but I think if they can get that passion, that adrenaline, they get a little fired up right here, I think they'll take care of business.
And they just got to make a play. They just got to get something positive to happen here, sort of wake them up, and then put another play back-to-back, and all of a sudden they get that momentum going. We know they've got the dudes. They've got the studs on both sides of the ball to win this football game. It just needs to start with one spark.
The Nittany Lions come to the line with a new set of downs. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup.
Well, right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Motion from the wide receiver. Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Grabbed over the middle. It's Ivy. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. The Nittany Lions want to pick up the tempo. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17. They'll have to hustle if they want to get off another snap before the end of the period. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Final play of the quarter coming. Let's go! Rides the back on the option to give. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
Lining up for the PAT. And the kick is good, but there's a penalty flag, and I think it's going to be roughing the kicker. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Final stand to the game, and we'll start with the first down. looking to pass. It's Ncaa. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. These old girders are rocking on 3rd down here at Beaver Stadium. Now adjusting. Trying to escape and get it himself. Keeps it and gets past the chains. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
Well, they've tried to get this quarterback going, running the ball in a variety of ways, and they haven't really been able to kind of break him out just yet until that run right there. Nice individual effort on the scramble. It took a little longer than they would have liked, but maybe that's the play that's really going to sort of spark this offense and really maybe get this guy going more on the ground.
You got to love how they just continue to do what they do. It's the 4th quarter. You got a lead. There's no reason to get conservative. We're a passing offense. Great job on 1st down. Better job on 2nd down. This offense continuing to stay in a rhythm.
The Volunteers are moving quickly down the field. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Defense is about seeing it and pulling the trigger. And you can tell they pull the trigger so fast, get to the back, get him on the ground quickly.
This drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11. Wants to throw. It's Ncaa. Caught in the backfield, it's Hardy. Just keeps picking up the tough yards and gets it down to the 26. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. The offense burns its 3rd and final timeout of the half. And the Vols come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. He'll pull it down and run. Oh, he's got some space. Oh, look out, the ball's free. And just like they drew it up, right? Put it on the ground, get the first down.
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
So this offense with an opportunity to put this game in a hammerlock if they can score and bleed the clock. A first down run on the doorstep. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2.
Yeah, I think the defense would be really happy with where they're at right now. They knew they had held their stud down to his little yards, but they're trailing. And this is the time where he's going to get the ball even more. So they got to be ready for him. It's going to him. He's a great back, and they've done a pretty good job all day.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. On the option. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Well, obviously a really nice play by the defense there stopping the option, but I think that's on the quarterback because it looked like his pitch option was wide open. That ball should have gone to the running back out on the perimeter. It looked like he had some open field in front of him to go make something positive happen. This quarterback's got to make better decisions. It's not just the passing game. It's in the run game with the option, too.
3rd and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. Straight ahead.
Man, it has been a long drive offensively. I just feel like you've got to pay this off and be aggressive. You're down close. Punch it in for a touchdown here, Pollard.
Yeah, and inside the 3-yard line, I think I might try to finish this off with a touchdown. I ate up a ton of clock, wore these guys out. Now they'd have to go the length of the field if I missed.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Here we go. What great shape they will be in if they can punch in a touchdown on 4th and goal. Looking for a man. It's Ncaa. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Touchdown Volunteers! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. 75 yards on the touchdown drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Slips through the line. Oh, what vision. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up. It's because of that awesome kickoff return.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Touchdown time in Tennessee. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Got enough for the first down and wants more. At the 45 on his way. He's running free down the middle. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Tennessee. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, week to week, you just never know, which is why we're here with an update. Indiana is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. They're trailing by 10 to Colorado State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be...
And that is interception number 3 on the day. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
Leaves it with the running back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll run it. It's Hardy. He just kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1.
Well, there's not a lot of mystery what you're going to do on offense at this point of the game. With the lead late, you're just going to lean on your star running back. This is a guy who is going to play on Sundays at the next level. Just keep giving him the football and just let him take this thing over.
Now on the option.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy first down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
They're going to go for it on fourth down with a couple of good options, a first down or a touchdown. The plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
How about that? You got the lead late in the game. Get some first downs. Salt this clock away. This is the exact position you want your offense in.
Posing their will, right, David? I mean, we know we're running it. You know we're going to run it. We're trying to ice this game. There's nothing you can do to stop us.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. And they don't have to go for a touchdown here with this little time left and with the lead, but they might anyway. Quarterback wedging it in there on the quarterback sneak. Scores on the sneak.
And this kind of performance has to give this team so much confidence. Week 1, you go on the road into a hostile environment, and you put the beat down like this, this coaching staff is going to be happy on the ride home.
And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the fourth. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, and an array of possibilities here. Dances away. He throws one to the left. Finds a man by himself. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack.
19-yard line.